Got a question about the operation?
We've confirmed the transmitted data. There's a vault where the ancestors kept the Ironheart. We can use this to our advantage. Enzo, send the sample of the ancestors' remains received from the guide to Enable. We need to analyze the DNA and activate the biometric authentication, and to do that, we need to increase our combat forces in the field. I'll send any off-duty Descendants. Rendezvous with them at the outpost and proceed with the operation.
Jeez. What? I only picked up bits and pieces earlier. The place will be crawling with Corell's minions, but don't worry. I can take this opportunity to show you. I'm curious what Guide's reaction will be after I carry... Alrighty. Shall we get this show started?
If the Vulgus are on the verge of opening the vault, then they'll likely report to their superior, Corell.
In which case, we'll need a way to tap into their comms.
First of all, this is only a theory for now. I must review the enemy's data before I can be certain. I have some ideas on why the enemy is collecting organic matter, and I have reached a hypothetical conclusion. The most probable reason is that their DNA analysis is still incomplete, and they're looking for materials to use as part of it.
In order to extract pure DNA from something, you need a refining process to remove all the other materials mixed in.
And once refinement has been completed, you will still need to perform an amplification process. This process requires certain enzymes.
So what you're saying, Guide, is that the Vulgus are extracting the enzymes they need from the giant tree.
In a way, yes. As the giant tree has existed since the time of the ancestors, it will have accumulated a variety of organic matter. It may store materials which are difficult to find. The Vulgus may have predicted this. It is likely that they intend to extract all of the remaining organic matter left in the giant tree in order to find the enzymes required for amplification.
If we can seize what they extract and send it to Albion, we can expedite our research process.
I guess we have our answer then. Let's hurry. It's our turn to take something from them. Let's make them pay for messing with us.
Get to the point. What are you doing? Sightseeing? This operation is a waste of time, a complete waste. You keep telling me I need to cooperate, but I think you guys are the uncooperative ones.
Jeremy, unless your receive is having issues, there is no way you didn't know we were in the middle of an operation. It's prohibited for Descendants to deactivate their receives during an operation. If you manually deactivated your receive link, I think that would make your attitude toward the operation uncooperative.
I'd watch what you're saying, Glay. I carried out my side of the operation perfectly. I scouted the entire area thoroughly. I've even confirmed that the Ancestors' ruins are in the deepest part of Vespers. How dare you question my attitude? God, I don't know why Alpha looks out for you guys so much. Maybe he feels sorry for you being possessed by the ghost or guide or whatever. If it's because he pities you, well, I guess normal me has no choice but to be understanding. I'll distract the enemy's backlines just for you pitiful lot. You can follow me and push through. You three, no. Is it four? Anyway, you're all deployed, so let's cooperate and get this operation done without any mistakes. Also, I've been assigned to retrieve the Ironheart, so don't any of you think about touching it. I'm warning you.
Glay, you're...
Thanks to Kaden and Nace's swift efforts, we've been able to restore the Ancestors' DNA using the data that you've sent. Thank you for your hard work. You've all done an excellent job. The Ancestors' biometric authentication data has been coded and sent to your receive. Guide, please activate the code when you reach the Ancestors' vault.
There is a chance that we have not yet found the Vulgus that underwent genetic modification using arcane. and we haven't confirmed whether the experiment succeeded or not. But the incident in the sterile land has affected my simulation. Vulgus technology is advancing faster than I expected. Almost unnaturally so.
Knock, knock. Who's there? It's you. Descendant out with you? You can't just let our equipment be, can you?
What? My receive channel was just switched? Enzo, there's something wrong with the receive channel. Enzo, respond!
It's on channel. I forced you to connect to my personal channel. You see, I'm brilliant, just like you. Now, let's play, fellow arcane wielder.
Unless there's something wrong with my ears. Sounded to me like this jerk said he has arcane abilities.
You heard me correctly. You're curious about my arcane, aren't you? Let me fill you in. I injected myself with the arcane that I stole from you. Oh, the power flowing through my body. What an exhilarating experience. And you were keeping all this power for yourselves. I hated you so much that I could have killed you all in an instant.
It appears that the genetic modification we saw earlier was successful.
Now, why don't you come here and give my cold, frozen body a hug, friend?
Those Vulgus bastards. They weren't just researching ways to open the vault.
Now it's clear why the Order of Truth was there. To create this monstrosity. If they only wanted to retrieve the DNA, they would have sent the Legion of Immortality.
Knock, knock. Knock, knock. Hey, hey. How hard did you hit this? What a brainless brute. You really want to fight me, huh?
This device can force channels to change. If we destroy it, we will be able to connect to the HQ channel again.
Channel reconnection confirmed. The Asive channel is back online. Guide, please modify this code so that the channel cannot be disconnected again.
I have established the defensive security code. Communications will not be affected in the future.
It doesn't feel too bad to have my limbs cut off like this. It almost feels like I'm dreaming. I'll send you a little present soon.
strange image on the command HUD. Is that Jaber?
Vulgus don't usually dream. Oh, but thanks to the Arche serum, I dream my every moment. You can call me Jaber.
The serum that was injected into the Vulgus was from Jaber. Ironheart pulses have increased significantly. The vault must be nearby.
I'll send a signal to Jeremy. Jeremy, do you read me? Jeremy. Jeremy, respond. Damn. Hang on just a little longer, everyone.
It's so nice to see your face, friend. Can you call me Jaber just this once? Here I am. Haman's delay has changed our plans, but it can't be helped. In my next dream, I'll be dancing with your corpse!
Code accepted. Descendant. Access the vault.
Loading!
Oh, wow. You've completely lost it, haven't you? Listen. If you spotted the target, you should have said so. What are you doing here by yourself? So this is what's gotten everybody so riled up. That's it. That's what makes us the Ironheart. It's way more impressive than what the rumors say. Hey, how long do you plan on just standing there? Go back to Albion and bring reinforcements or something. Why are you still here? Go!
There isn't much time. We have to hurry. Descendant, do you have something positive to report, finally? Where's the Ironheart now? What? I gave the order for Jeremy to retrieve the Ironheart. I never did that. There must have been a misunderstanding. Nell, did you send those instructions?
I've done no such thing over any official channel, and even unofficially. I have no reason to contact him. Something's not right. Could it be?
Nell, contact Jeremy. Now.
I can't get through to Jeremy. His Asive has been deactivated. And there's no record of him entering Albion either.
It can't be. Jeremy is still a Descendant, even if he's sometimes led astray. He's a Descendant fighting for humanity who despises the Vulgus with every fiber of his being.
Alpha, we should see if we can detect Jeremy's arcade and traces of the Ironheart through the guide.
All Descendants on standby. Please contact the guide for assistance as required. Command has identified Jeremy's last known whereabouts. Prepare for a pursuit operation.
All clear.
This is... Descendant, I've heard about Jeremy. But there's something I must tell you first. When I came into contact with the energy from the second Ironheart, a new function was restored to my system. It's an algorithm for amplifying the void energy sensory field. An early warning system for detecting colossi that are drawn to the Ironheart. However, perhaps because it was transferred through Jeremy's arcade, which I am not synced with, my operating system is rejecting this function. Even now, alarm bells are ringing. My functions have been interrupted and my system cannot be recalibrated. Descendant, I am in no doubt that a Colossus is heading towards Ingris at this very moment. Please transfer my sensory field amplification algorithm to Seneca. If we can intercept that Colossus and recalibrate my system, Jeremy and the Ironheart can be found. Please, help me, Descendant.
It appears we have no choice. Please handle whatever the guide needs first. As Alpha said, we cannot rely on the guide alone. HQ will do their best to identify Jeremy's last known location and prepare for a pursuit operation.
Descendant, is this code related to the Void? This algorithm is sophisticated enough to be applied right away. This is truly incredible. So this is the power of the guide that the Descendants have spoken of. But now is not the time to marvel at it. Based on the results calculated from the amplified sensory field, it seems a powerful Colossus, the Executioner, is heading toward Ingris. As you likely recall from your Descendant training, the blade wielded by the Executioner is a sensitive conductor. If you allow it to power up, it will increase the time you spend in the Void. And the likelihood of failing to intercept the Colossus increases exponentially. Descendant, please proceed with the intercept immediately. You succeeded in intercepting the Executioner. An extraordinary display of skill. If there was a Descendant like you a century ago, I'm certain we would have been able to stop the apocalypse. There are no what-ifs in history, of course. But the apocalypse has left such a deep wound on humanity. Regardless, if we allow ourselves to ponder all of the what-ifs, perhaps things would be better if the Ironhearts had never existed in this world. Every time an Ironheart is uncovered, It's as if the Colossi are awoken and head to Ingris. But ironically, we also need the Ironhearts to stop the Colossi. It is one of the great paradoxes. Descendant, perhaps this is exactly why the ancestors sealed the Ironhearts in vaults. I'm beginning to suspect that perhaps the ancestors hid the Ironhearts away to prevent history repeating itself. We will need extensive preparation for the moment when the third Ironheart is revealed. There is much that I would like to discuss with you, and also with the entity known as the Guide, if possible. However, we do not have the luxury of time right now. HQ is urgently looking for you, Descendant. You should make your way there as quickly as possible.
Descendant, thanks to you, the stability of my system was restored. However, the Iron Heart has slipped from our grasp. While you were stopping the Colossus, I delivered the necessary information to Enzo. It is likely that HQ...
Ah, Descendant. You're here. Thank you for all your hard work with the intercept battle. Unfortunately, we need to drag you into another operation before you get a chance to rest. Albion has entered uncharted territory. A Descendant has committed treason. A Descendant. Someone who should have been humanity's beacon of hope. Damn it! How could this have happened? HQ has officially denounced Jeremy as a traitor. A rapid arrest operation is in progress. Enzo received intel from the Guide and was first on the scene. Jeremy is heading towards Echo Swamp. As the enemy's attention is keenly focused on this location, and because of the swampy terrain, deployment of forces on a large scale will be difficult. To make matters worse, we've lost contact with Essimo. He was carrying out another operation in the area. Essimo's support was vital. Enzo won't be able to command and fight by himself. Our lack of manpower is delaying the operation. If we don't hurry, we'll be delivering the Ironheart to the Vulgus on a silver platter after we worked so hard to get it. We must prevent that from happening at all costs. Rules of engagement for Jeremy will be sent separately. If possible, I would like to have him brought back alive. I want to hear what he was thinking as his commander, and why he did what he did. Go after Jeremy, and please, find the Ironheart and bring it back.
I will tell Enzo to prepare to resume.
This operation must succeed. All right. We've had some delays, but I'm happy to say we can now restart the pursuit. First things first, as we've lost contact with Essimo, and there are no other Descendants who have the power to handle the battle, we had to suspend the search and blockade construction. I'm afraid we'll need a rescue operation for Essimo. He was deployed here on... If possible, I think searching for Essimo while our operation was delayed, the Vulgus deployed their forces throughout the swamp. We think they sensed something. I got impatient, so I took command and attacked. But because the soldiers couldn't... After that, the Vulgus forces increased and rapid deployment of soldiers wasn't feasible. So starting now, we'll be focusing on reconnaissance to expand the search area. If you go on ahead, the soldiers will follow and establish a barricade. This will allow for much wider RK distribution, which will be an advantage in tracking both Jeremy's RK and the Ironheart traces. We have to overextend ourselves a little. We have no choice. Based on the intel from the Guide, it's clear Jeremy has some kind of plan in mind. Apparently Jeremy's voice was captured through the Ironheart pulse. However, briefly that was detected. This is what was recorded.
I knew it, I was right. The Vulcan...
This operation must succeed. Regarding Jeremy's defection, the plan is to capture him alive and carry out a detailed interrogation. However, after analyzing the characteristics of the Vulgus DNA and the Kuiper, I think we need to understand Jeremy's motives first, so that we can be 2 steps ahead of him. First off, from the Vulgus DNA collected here, we identified malignant cells. those which have been exposed to void energy. Well, we'd call them malignant cells, but for the Vulgus, they're more of a genetic enhancement. They give them higher bone density and muscle growth. And we've detected high levels of void energy in the Vulgus Kuiper you discovered. To humans, this affected Kuiper is highly contaminated material which cannot be processed and used for any products. But for the Vulgus, it is enhanced Kuiper. Can you see the connection? Both the cells and the Kuiper have been altered as the result of exposure to the void, and both are needed to create enhanced Vulgus. I'm not sure why Jeremy needs them, but the abandoned zone. Throughout Ingris' history, it's been identified as the first area to be connected to the void dimension, and the worst source of contamination is located in Echo Swamp. That's where we need to go. We can either overtake Jeremy, or at least find traces of him. Huh? Hold on. That's the emergency comm signal.
Is anybody there? This is Essimo. We can't move. We're surrounded by enemy forces.
Essimo, what's your location? This operation must succeed. Essimo! Essimo, please respond! God damn it! We've lost contact. That wasn't much to go on. Right now, the only actually, this works in our favor. I'll search for traces of Jeremy and the Ironheart with a guide.
I am definitely detecting.
Oh, of course. Oh, yeah. This is it. As you know, my mission was to remove the source of the contamination in the abandoned area before it spread to Albion. Where you rescued me, near the pipe there, my unit and I were looking for the source of the contamination connected to... But the soldiers in my unit started getting sick, one by one, from some unknown disease, while the Order of Truth seemed to be getting stronger by the day. You know I have a sensitive nose, right? Well, my soldiers and the enemy smelled the same to me, but their symptoms, how the disease affected them, were the opposite of each other. It doesn't make any sense. Once I figured that out, I didn't just sit on my butt. I mobilized all of my men who were able to move and scoured the nearby area. That's when they turned on me. I knew I shouldn't have pushed them so hard. Jeremy showed up, and you know what that idiot said? Albion considers all... it sounded like a bunch of hogwash. But then he took out the Ironheart. And it was the first time any of us had seen something that had seemed like just a rumor. To be honest, it was also the first time, but when that bastard said what he needed for his plan was nearby, one by one, my men pointed their guns at me. What did Jeremy say it was again? What he needed? That's right, a seed storage. And I knew the source of the contamination was there too. My nose told me. You're planning on going to the seed storage now, aren't you? In that case, focus on finding Jeremy. I'll make sure to blow up whatever it is Jeremy is trying to get his hands on.
The success of this operation. Jeremy has got hold of Vulgus DNA. Well, the bastard he was always praising how much stamina the Vulgus had. Their power. I didn't want to discourage him as he was doing useful research into the enemy's There was an incident where he captured a Vulgus production facility. The Colon Counterintelligence Unit investigated his research and seized his records. He was sent to the... Wait. Once he's acquired, there's no reason he won't go ahead with his plan. He's likely after more than the quantum storage box containing the... All right. Now that I understand the gravity of the situation, you may return to the field.
Demolition of the seed storage has been complete. I'm pretty busy. Okay, I've switched to a public channel as you requested. Now answer our question.
Hey! Who is this?
We'll be asking the questions, Jeremy.
I was just about to thank you guys. I'm inside the seed storage, Thanks for taking care of the Vulgus. I was able to swipe some...
When?
Idiot. Did you forget what I can do as soon as you couldn't see me? I don't know why you're all making such a big deal out of this guide.
Jeremy, have you thought about surrendering? Think about the lot.
Don't you think our bigger concern should... I'm sick and tired of the incumbent actually having the Iron Heart, which we worked so hard to get. Why are we, even if we stop the Colossi from coming, how do we have more casualties daily than there are new recruits? You think Descendants will make a difference? Huh, you're deluded. Descendants are just as vulnerable as the rest of Albion's soldiers. We're all but the Vulgus. They continue to advance. Humanity needs to be. I'll soon show you.
Jeremy? There's no way he would have taunted us with an encrypted call that can only be accessed from a short range. I
have no idea what you're talking.
What is it? Ah, speak of the devil. She's contacting me now. Kate, I'm receiving. The supplies I sent are the ones seized from an important Vulgus facility. We identified them as being highly likely to be targeted by Jeremy, so we went after them first. There's 3 supply boxes worth.
These are genetic materials used to create Vulgus bodies. If Jeremy wants to emulate the process in the... But did you say 3 boxes? Only 2 have been delivered.
What are you talking about, Kate? The delivery speed for Albion supply boxes is Wait a second. Jeremy. His RK abilities. He might be able to grab a supply box mid-air. Damn it. This is the emergency response system. A supply box on its way to Albion has been intercepted. Last known location is in the northeast. There is a high chance that Jeremy grabbed it. He planned this.
Oh man, you've given me everything I needed. You have my eternal gratitude. Don't worry, I'll put these supplies to good use.
All forces, I'm sending the last known coordinates of the supply box. Move out.
Is Jeremy trying to make a pet Vulgus? That's disturbing.
Jeremy has everything he now needs. Void energy, highly concentrated Kuiper, Vulgus DNA solution, and the Iron Heart. All of these were used by Aemon when he created Alzarok.
Are you saying Jeremy is creating a super strong Vulgus that will obey him? I would have expected bigger things from that traitor.
Perhaps, as he already has RK, he may be attempting to fuse his own body with that of a Vulgus, spawning a new being. Those of Esimo's men who were won over by Jeremy were strongly taken by his words, fully believing what he said. However, there is one thing Jeremy hasn't been able to obtain yet. An energy output intense enough to activate the Iron Heart. Fortunately, I do not detect any facilities in this swamp with that level of output. However, if there are any Colossi remains in this swamp in fairly good condition, they may still retain an immense amount of power. Then there would be no need to infiltrate an Albion or Vulgus facility. I suspect the remains are exactly what Jeremy is after.
Ah! If that's so, that's good news. There aren't any usable Colossi remains around here, so we can finally catch our breath.
Actually, there is one. A while ago, there was an executioner which failed in an intercept attempt and ended up somewhere in this swamp. This is Vulgus territory, and I wasn't in a position to go after it at the time, so I left it.
Ah, damn it. I guess there was no way of knowing it could be used for this. We need to find the location of the remnants. I'm gonna blow them up so that nobody can use them.
This operation must succeed. Jeremy, if you can hear me, respond. Jeremy, don't do anything stupid. If you claim to still be a Descendant, then it is your duty to not let... It's not too late to turn yourself in. If you do, we guarantee your... We can't wait any longer. Esimo and I will deal... Karel's ship has stopped midair. Guide, are you getting any readings?
The void signal being generated by the remnants of the Colossus is compromising the sensitivity of my bandwidth.
Damn it, the enemy are swarming on this side too. I won't let a single bastard through, but you'll have to take care of whatever's inside.
Jeremy, the Ironheart, and the soldiers. None of their fates are certain. Don't look back, Descendant. Keep moving forward. Now that Corel has arrived in person, the Vulgus are fully prepared. Unless we destroy their alarm, it will continue to alert more enemy troops. If we don't destroy it will endanger not only us, but Enzo and Essimo as well. Ironheart pulses have been detected. I will try to extract the signal.
Go.
The signal has been interrupted. Disrupted by something. Jeremy may have placed the Ironheart back into the quantum storage box.
Jeremy, come in. If you surrender now, we can protect you. I repeat, surrender now. Oh no, we need to move faster. Corel's ship is leaving. Guy, what happened to the Ironheart?
I'm still unable to track the Ironheart due to its void signal. I cannot detect its pulses. There are bodies ahead. It's the soldiers. Vulgus ambush. Focus, Descendant. These were the soldiers under Jeremy's command. They are all dead.
Lord Carreno's orders were to...
Take care of any descendant who followed.
Descendant.
Only one more left.
I can detect traces of Jeremy on that Vulgus. We may be able to find out what happened here.
They wouldn't chase us this far, right? Shh, focus.
What? Are you scared right now? This is nothing. Huh?
It isn't easy. Descendants. Enzo and Essimo are at the scene. They're trying to get things under control there. Alpha has had to take some leave, but he has received full progress reports for all operations. All that effort to find the Ironheart, only to lose it again. In the past, Alpha had Jeremy court-martialed and sent to the military detention center. But he still had faith in him. He is a Descendant after all. But now, with the second Ironheart, Alpha needs time to recover. Having a discouraged commander can demoralize troops on the front line. Unless we receive special orders, we must carry on with routine missions and await further developments.
HQ, we have detected anomalies in the void, requesting an intercept battle.
Damn it! This isn't a routine mission! Descendant, you better go to Seneca. HQ will try to deal with any unexpected situations.
Classification type Dead Bride. Closing in at an unexpectedly high speed. HQ, requesting alert status to be raised to immediate response.
The space-time fabric of the Descendant. Jeremy's actions caused the remains of the Executioner to send a signal into the void. Unstable materials were stimulated by the Ironheart, and I'm sure Jeremy had some void energy in his possession. I think that must have reacted with the Ironheart, sort of like jump-starting it. Dead brides have always been bonded with executioners. I believe this accounts for their immediate reaction to this signal. We don't have much time. Please intercept Descendant.
This is... death to the Dead Bride. I knew you could do it. You seem to have something on your mind, Descendant. I know he doesn't trust me. For my part, it's a mystery even to me as to why neither Jeremy nor Alpha can connect with me. But one thing I can tell you for certain. Descendant, so far I have provided the technology to not only search for Ironheart. It would be wonderful if you could find the third Ironheart with these technologies and work with Alpha to find a solution. With that in mind, please go and meet with Luna and Kyle. They seem to have information regarding a new...
Luna, I said turn that music down. I can't think straight.
Excuse me. This music is designed to relax your body and your mind. It only sounds loud and annoying to you because you don't have the soul of an artist.
She just doesn't listen. How did I get landed with this kid?
What? You have a problem with me? I'm an artist. I feel, enjoy, and perform music. Whatever. Hey, you! Come here. I've got something you need to know. Huh?
I have so many melodies flowing through my head ever since I met the guide. But it feels like there's something missing. I could feel with my entire being that there was a final... So, I snuck out, without telling Alpha. I went toward where I felt the puzzle piece was, and eventually I arrived at the Agna Desert. When I approached it to listen closer, I saw a red sphere. But then, you know what happened? I ran into this big clunker here, saying that he'd felt some strange magnetic field or something. But then this tin brain started going on about smashing the red sphere open and...
I never said that I would smash it.
Whatever. Anyway, I had to tell Alpha all about it and came back to Albion on his orders.
Why are you so amazed by what this mad woman is saying? Don't just stand there. Get moving.
Who are you calling a mad woman? And you! Don't...
I'm sure that Kyle and Luna told you what they saw, so both of them believe that the red sphere in the Agna Desert There's no guarantee that the Ironheart is actually inside the sphere. I've mobilized a team to investigate the red sphere. The excavation team will also be joining you as I hope this operation secures us an Ironheart. The incident with Jeremy included, if we can't defeat Karel, even with our strategic asset, the guy...
And what does our hero come to seek answers for, I wonder? Well, it's finally time for a proper introduction. The Agna Desert. This place is paradise for us on the excavation team. And the Red Sphere. We've never seen it before. If the Iron Heart really is inside it, it'll be a historic... And that's why I wanted to talk to you. To let you know that I am fully invested in this...
Do you have a question? I heard that this is the last remaining Ironheart. That makes me a little worried. Kyle is doing aerial recon. Luna's focusing on sensing the beat generated from the Ironheart. And she's also listening out for the unique noise. I can see her expression changing. See the way she's frowning? We need to create an environment where she can concentrate.
For Luna to be able to Descendant, I don't know if you noticed, but this is also a facility that the ancestors used. If what Luna and Reyna are saying is correct, the data the Vulgus are it won't be easy to bypass the security system set up by the ancestors. We must stop the enemy before they extract all the data.
Hey, Descendant. The reason the excavation team couldn't reach here is because the Vulgus started digging here first. Anais told me that they brought the Magisters here, the ones who didn't escape, and forced them to work. That's why this place is called the Asylum. According to Anais, the Magisters who were brought here for forced labor might have found some information, but they couldn't have solved the code. Actually, they probably pretended not to know the code. She said that we have to hurry up with the search anyway.
The Vulgus have clearly increased their decryption speed, especially since operations in the sterile land. Given the reaction of the commander we encountered recently, they must not have considered the possibility that we would appear so soon. And as their time is limited, we must be attempting to extract all of the ancestor device data at once. The enemy has an encrypted communications device. If you defeat them, I can access its memory and communications history data. I've analyzed the data we obtained from the enemy. The most frequently mentioned words are seal, red sphere shell component, and conflict. I've assessed the shell analysis data. The shell is composed of a similar material to the links surrounding the Ironheart. Combining all of the data, I believe we can conclude that the ancestors inserted the Ironheart into the red sphere. This is connected to the civil war that broke out in Vespers. Perhaps the ancestors sealed the Ironheart inside the red sphere because they felt that a simple vault couldn't hold it. I cannot figure out the exact steps they took, but the important thing is that the sealing was successful.
Yes, keep struggling. There's nothing you could do. The Vulgus Legion is the apex predator.
I'm analyzing the data retrieved from the destroyed device. Please buy me some time.
We have already moved the Ironheart. If you keep trying, all you will find is death.
Hey, that's a lie. Don't fall for it. If the Ironheart was gone, I would have noticed it already.
Luna is right. The coordinates of the pulse from the Ironheart are unchanged.
Weird area of sound. It's filled with way too much noise, so we're not sure about it, but we're going there anyway.
All right, Luna. We're also trying to gather as much data as possible. Keep up the good work.
You stubborn vermin! Come if you dare! I'll deal with you myself!
Descendant, the equipment in the center is compressing the data from the ancestor devices around it. Decryption rate, 65%. Compressed data, 40%. I'm going to collect data from whichever device I can connect to first.
All because the ancestors dispersed the data. It has come to this. I'm going to end your life to receive a stronger body from Lord Amon.
Hold that! Hey, am I shorting out already? Serious? Loading! Beat it! My shield! Out of my way!
Decryption protocol activated. Compressed data.
There isn't much time. We have to... Welcome back. Is there anything you want to report? Are you saying that this record was left by the ancestors who tried to use the Ironheart? And an ancient arcane weapon. What were they trying to do with the Ironheart? Were they trying to close the dimensional wall just like we're trying to do now? I don't have time to think about that right now. We'll begin operations to dig up the Red Sphere and break out the Ironheart using the arcane weapon.
Descendant, we will check the safety of the weapon thoroughly, so don't worry. Also, deciphering the composition of the Red Sphere was quite beneficial for us. It allowed us to start immediate production of dismantling materials. We are mass producing them, just in case.
Luna and Reyna are investigating the weapon, so I want you and Kyle to clear out all enemies within the vicinity of the Red Sphere. The arcane weapon and the material to destroy the Red Sphere are both ready. As long as we have no troublemakers impeding our operation, there shouldn't be any problems. We should definitely be able to get the Ironheart first this time.
Let's talk. I can't believe you're taking it easy when we have so little time. We're going to clear the storage in the area nearby first. I know what you're about to say. Alpha ordered us to completely clear the entire area surrounding the Red Sphere. When I was a construction corps leader, we were the first ones working here, along with the Descendants. We built the digger, too. If it weren't for a surprise attack by the Vulgus, the Corps would still be alive. The only thing I'm interested in right now is to have my revenge on those bastards. Don't worry. When I'm done with that, I'll do my best to exterminate any enemies near the Red Sphere. Construction Corps leader Kyle always keeps his promises, you know. That hasn't changed since I've become a Descendant. So trust me, I'll get a read on the enemy's movements from above. I'll let you manage things from the ground.
Kyle.
Let's talk. Immature kids like Luna don't understand situations like this. This is about loyalty. The spectral digger here was built when I was in charge of the construction corps. The Vulgus must have realized its power and modified it. I was too weak then. There was nothing I could do. I watched my colleagues fall before my very eyes. One of them begged me to destroy the digger with their last breath. So that's what I'm here to do. I will honor that request and throw this hunk of metal off this cliff. I was actually wandering across the desert on my way to do this from the beginning. Finding the Ironheart was just a coincidence. But this also aligns with our operation goals, as it involves clearing the Vulgus and destroying the enemy facility in this region. It won't interfere with the operation. I'm talking too much. If you're ready, let's go.
Descendant.
10, 9, 8.
Hey, Kyle, you'd better get your hands off that thing right now.
Who are you to tell me what to do, Luna? Keep your nose out of this and get lost.
Damn it, can't you just hear me out for once? The bodies of your colleagues are at the base of the cliff. Are you really gonna bury them down there with that thing?
Guide, what Luna says, is it true?
Yes. Luna and Reyna discovered records while searching for the RK weapon. We ran an analysis on the remains and found that they matched the list of fatalities from the incident.
Jeez. And did you forget what our actual target is? The Iron Heart, Kyle. The Iron Heart. If we lose the Iron Heart while destroying the Digger, what kind of revenge would that be? I can practically hear the sighs of frustration from your colleagues. You're the one who should get a grip, not me. Destroying the Digger can wait till later. Make it an official request. Then it'll really be revenge. Once we secure the Iron Heart, I'm sure Alpha will totally approve.
You're right. I'll come back. Over. Let's go. I almost made a terrible mistake. Without the Iron Heart, nothing will bring any comfort to the souls of my old cub. But if we can find it and use it, that'd make me happy for both my old colleagues. Luna, she's not so bad. But I'll tell her that in person later, so pretend like you didn't hear this. Now we should get to our respective positions.
Everything else. Now, where was the next excavation? We found something strange when we were looking for traces of the ancient RK weapon. The bones of a giant creature. Given the size of the bones, it must have been as big as Corell's flagship. We've never seen anything like this before. I ran a search on the Albion database, and it came up with a match for an animal called the caligo. Carbon dating results suggest that this caligo is from the same era as the ruins of the ancestors. That makes it the oldest organism ever discovered in Albion. Same thing with this. Carbon dating shows it's from the same period as the ruins of the ancestors that are around here. The excavation team and I think that these bones are somehow closely related to the RK weapon. And they both existed in the same era as the ancestors. Maybe that means something? Maybe the ancestors used them for an experiment or something? I'm sure we can come up with several plausible hypotheses. I think we should also notify your guide, is it? I'll contact HQ and have them send the info to your receive.
This is... Do you remember the bone sample we took from the caligo? A small amount of RK has been detected on it. It's strange. Ancestors aside, how can RK be detected on the bone of some giant organism I have never heard of? I cannot be sure, but there's a good chance that the ancestors used the caligo to test the RK weapon. Based on the data on the caligo that we received through the Isiv, if we estimate its original size based on the size of the bone, its bone density and composition, and assume appropriate muscle mass to support this, its body would be comparable in toughness to that of a colossus. A caligo like that would have been the perfect subject to test a weapon of such immense power. This is only a hypothesis, but it is the only conclusion that I can find when applying the calculations. We will need additional data in order to replace or confirm this. I can detect RK even from the entrance. Do you really think the ancestors experimented on this animal? I wonder if this is why they created a weapon using RK and tested its power. We've delved this far into the past. Time to discover an ancient secret. I know the Vulgus are also desperately investigating this place because RK can be detected here. Unlike other locations, there are many broken bones here. I think there may have been a conflict at some point. I will check to see if I can detect substances other than arcane. Despite my expectations, I can find nothing other than arcane. Given that only arcane can be detected, perhaps the weapon did not use arcane solely as the power source. Perhaps it was used for the attack itself. Why did they have to build such a powerful weapon? I want to know. If there were any ancestor facilities still remaining, we would have been able to look for those records.
You're early. I expected nothing less from a Descendant. Lord Carell needs your arcade to obtain the last Ironheart. Come!
The Vulgus also discovered the existence of the arcade weapon and figured out that they need arcade to activate it. It was wise to order Luna and Cal to return. If either of them had been killed by the Vulgus, they would have been used to activate the arcade weapon.
No chance!
These are the ruins of the ancestors. They're connected to the place where the Caligo is buried. It might be evidence that they studied the corpse firsthand. If anything remained to be destroyed, they could have continued testing its destructive power. Descendant, the enemy is sending a high-voltage electric current to damage the Ancestor security protocol. Battery algorithm analysis complete. You must destroy the enemy batteries, in sequence. Second enemy battery confirmed. I will try to remove the security protocol.
Is the battery that important? Are you afraid of me?
The removal is almost complete. Descendant, destroy the last battery and protect the data. Security protocol removed.
Welcome, Descendant. This Ironheart needs arcade. You should be honored. Your arcade will be used for Lord Carell's grand plan.
Please get up.
Thank you.
Thank you, Glay.
Guide code activated. 30% of data records accessed. Analyzing security data. Analysis complete. Descendant. I have discovered the goal of the development of the RK weapon and how to use it. The RK weapon was created to destroy the Red Sphere.
The success of this operation will lead... Welcome back. I've read the report submitted through the Assieve. Only the guide could handle the RK weapon. She didn't know anything about the Caligo, but she has access permissions for the RK weapon, which is powerful enough to kill a Caligo. It's a little suspicious. But we have a more important matter at hand. We must obtain the Ironheart. Now that we have everything we need, all that's left is to go all out. We've already loaded a tactical armored vehicle with the material to pour over the Red Sphere. But there's a problem. The substance is highly volatile, so Kyle and Luna are escorting it, carefully. This slows things down, of course. While they're escorting the tactical armored vehicle, I need you to clear out all the Vulgus from the surrounding area. We must create a secure environment to get the vehicle into position.
Once the special material arrives safely, we can move on to the final stage of our operation. When the chemical reaction changes the surface of the Red Sphere, that'll be our chance. We must activate the RK weapon at that moment. Once the Red Sphere is neutralized, we only need a small amount of RK to retrieve the Ironheart. But even though we don't need a lot, both Luna and Kyle's RK has been severely depleted. Descendant, you're the only one who can activate the weapon. I know it'll be physically demanding, but it's a critical step to accomplishing our goal.
I need you to focus on the mission more than ever. Go to the Agna Desert and complete the assignment so that the tactical armored vehicle can get into position safely. Let's show those bastards that this victory will be ours.
Hey, this is Reyna. And what does our hero come to... Oh, seeing you makes me feel like I've finally come back to reality, Descendant. I've never seen anything like this in my entire career. The floating stones only just stopped. They were moving like crazy a minute ago. We can't see the guide, so it gave us quite a scare. Once you clear this area, I will lead the Ironheart excavation from higher ground. I'll also coordinate with you so that the guide can use the RK weapon too. We're almost there. Let's go. Ready, Descendant? Guess inhaling all that excavation dust was worth it. Recover the Ironheart as soon as Marcus punches a hole in that thing. Marcus, we're ready over here. How about on your end?
All ready, ma'am. Just give us a signal.
All right. Get rid of that hunk of iron.
Just what I was waiting to hear. Lock on target! Fire!
Descendant, it's all up to you now. Descendant? Descendant! That's it! Good job, everyone. Operation complete.
Descendant. Approaching the third Ironheart. System synchronization process 100%. Everything is fine, Descendant. I can now control this Ironheart. Finally, after everything we've been through, we have obtained the Ironheart. It may only be one of the 3 Ironhearts, but we can still alter the future with it. For instance... Wait. Descendant? This Ironheart. The ancestors have left some encrypted data for me. File type. Inversion technology database. Descendant, how do the ancestors know about inversion? I thought inversion was Vulgus technology. This is beyond comprehension for my analysis system. Not to mention, this database has been protected with a powerful encryption system that can only be unlocked by observing inverted energy. We should take the Ironheart to a safe place for now. Let's hurry and return to Albion. I have something I must tell the Descendants.
Have you completed preparations? Descendant, Devara is a colossus that hasn't been seen for some time. It was last spotted a decade ago. It's a powerful colossus, which makes it very difficult to defeat. The existence of Devara in itself is devastating enough. But the biggest issue right now is that it's appeared at a location close to Ingris. If we fail, Ingris will be in great danger. Please, intercept Devourer. I am analyzing the void power. You did it. Your actions have saved Ingris from destruction once again. However, the frequency of colossi appearing and moving toward Ingris is increasing. And many of them have been spotted close to Ingris. We need to find a solution for this once and for all. At this rate, Ingris is more likely to be destroyed by the colossi than the Vulgus. To prevent that from happening, we must close the dimensional wall immediately.
There isn't much time. We have to hurry. I've received the intercept battle results from Seneca. This won't do. Since we have the Ironheart, closing at least one part of the dimensional wall might be a good idea. Everyone, we're going to use the Ironheart at the Albion Prime hands. It's time to fulfill our desire to stop the Colossi. Enzo, prepare to activate the Prime hands.
Affirmative.
Descendant, why don't you go and observe? Since you played a key part in securing the Ironheart, you should experience this glorious moment firsthand. The future of humanity will change from here on out. I'm proud of you.
HQ.
Descendant. Descendant, I have a responsibility to guide everyone on the proper use of the Ironheart. As such, I strongly recommend that you delay. If we use the Ironheart inside Albion, with our discovery of the final Ironheart, soon, the Ingris dimension will reach a state of entropy saturation. If we close the dimensional wall now, it could disrupt this already strained. The point where the circulation is disrupted will connect to the void dimension. Powerful colossi like Devourer have already appeared. What if we
Enough! I don't want to hear anything else you have to say. You can disconnect, Enzo. Reactivate the Ironheart and the Prime Hands immediately.
Alpha, are you seriously going to go ahead with this? Even after hearing all of that?
Okay, sounds like it's about to get noisy in HQ again. Do you need anything? Supply? As an executive officer, this whole situation is very confusing. Ever since the Magisters announced the Dimension Isolation Theory, the Ironhearts and the Dimensional Walls have been... But now, it looks like the Ironhearts can also bring disaster. This isn't a situation where we can just blindly... Countless soldiers have lost their lives, and we're talking about the hopes of humankind crumbling away here. But if what the guide says is true, we have to re-examine our plan for humanity. I thought it would be over once we found the Ironhearts, but things are getting more complicated. Oh, I'm receiving a transmission from Alpha.
Descendant is workable. But first, I need to speak to you about something, Descendant. I understand the Ironhearts attract colossi. Not using the Ironheart when faced with this possibility is too great. There has been no bigger threat to us than the colossi and the Vulgus. For humankind who has lived through such disaster, we'll use the Ironheart as planned, taking all opinions into consideration. If you're concerned about what the guide said, strategically and tactically, so far, Prime Hands have been found in the following zones. Yes, I did say main base, but Vulgus occupation of the White Knight Gulch has declined. Also, the Vulgus forces have lost a large number of units over the last few decades. Descendant, go to the White Knight Gulch, and Valby and Eugen should still be there. They were sent to Enzo.
Are you here as an outpatient, or for... Hey, HQ filled me in. You got... how annoying. When exactly will I be able to look for an operation? Oh, well, you can work with Valby and figure that out yourselves. If I can offer some advice, don't get hurt. If I had one wish, it'll be that none of you got hurt. Go catch up with Valby.
Eugen, we're all teammates. Can't you sweeten your attitude just a little bit?
You have to understand. Eugen hasn't had a decent night's sleep at the medical core unit he was in charge of when an emergency evacuation request came in from the main base. So to help him out, and we lost contact with them. That's how intense this area used to be. That's so strange. Anyway, we should take... If enemy forces really have reduced...
Valby.
Water will guide us. Did it feel to you like someone or something was... It definitely feels to me like someone's gaze has fallen on us. I'd better spread out through the water and find where that gaze is coming from. Be careful.
Wait, Valby. Ops transmissions. Still, it was no easy feat to break through the gate. If you'd been here from the start, it happened recently. They went out on an emergency evacuation mission, but then the gate was shut. So, as we've been able to get through like this, the ruins are right in front of us anyway, and the Prime Hands aren't going anywhere. How about we see if we can find where my core members might be? No objections, right? Great. My poor core members deserve to be found and returned home. Oh, one more thing. Medical core unit yet. Valby's working on it.
Good job. I'm sorry to hear about the missing core members, but this operation cannot be delayed. You are to infiltrate the ruins immediately. Descendant, I'll have the Ironheart sent there once you've secured them. This mission symbolizes everything that humanity has long awaited. We must be successful. Over.
You got all that, right? Okay. Let's prepare to infiltrate the ruins. There may be signs of my core members.
Descendant, can you hear me? I went to Mystery's End to try and meet you. I'll be waiting at the ruins that contain the Prime Hands. There's something that I must tell you.
Guide, you're not trying to stop our operation, are you?
Descendant, the Ironheart is waiting to be transported to your location. Equipment and forces are also waiting to be deployed. Alpha has been looking forward to this moment. However, Descendant, consider, if you are in a position where you are unable to object, I will also follow the will of humanity from this point forward. I was created to serve humanity. Humans tend to prioritize results over process. Therefore, I consider this current process to be justified. Please take care of the Ironheart, Descendants.
Guide, your last comment made it sound like you've given up on the current situation. Is that really how you feel?
The entrance to the ruins is blocked. We need to get an engineering unit to break through. We'll send you an engineering unit once all Vulgus near the entrance have been removed. Eugen will lead the engineering unit to the scene while keeping an eye on the ruins entrance.
Understood, HQ. Over and out. What a pain in the ass.
Descendant, I've been waiting for you.
Wait, what is that voice?
It seems to be the voice of the ruins' internal system, but we have no records of any such system.
Perhaps the ruins are reacting to the Ironheart. This is a good sign.
There are a significant number of Vulgus signals, Alpha.
I believe you can handle that many. It was a much tougher situation when the investigative corps first discovered the ruins. I lost all of my teammates in that operation. One of them was a powerful descendant who was being considered for commander. He was better than me in every way. I want to commemorate the souls of those who fell in that operation by seizing the Ironheart. Descendant, I will send you the route by comparing it with past records. Use it to get to the Prime Hands. Over. An area of electromagnetic energy. You need to be extra careful while there. The area around the Red Sphere and areas connected to the Prime Hands, or any Ironheart, have powerful electromagnetic fields. It's one of the clues that humans have used to locate the Ironhearts. Slowly but surely.
We'll test your qualifications. Think you're okay.
Descendant, we have detected a Vulgus signal moving toward you. You might need Arche to open the gate. Nell, has such a system existed in the past?
According to past records, no. I'll keep looking.
That voice. Something doesn't feel right about that voice. If there is a terminal that I can connect to, I will be able to check. But I don't believe there is such a device in these ruins.
Gone.
Okay, confirmed. Waiting for you. The Prime Hands are close. The Ironheart. Bring it to me.
Strange. The Ancestors' ruins have never looked like this before. Have you heard anything from the guide?
This is Eugen. The guide did mention these ruins were unusual, but they don't seem to have any detailed information either.
Alpha, should we abort the operation? Honestly, I would prefer to delay using the Ironheart.
We've already had this conversation. Can't you just trust me for once, Nell?
It's not about who's right or wrong, Alpha. I just want to use the information we received from beings more advanced than us strategically.
We can't turn back based on a mere feeling. We've come too far. There is a lot at stake with this operation. Descendant, the place where you are fighting is a very important facility. According to the Magister's analysis, it has a cooling system which is necessary to activate the Prime Hands. Any remaining Vulgus will hinder the activation. I want you to eliminate all enemies and move forward. Over and out.
Awesome!
Damn it. Descendant, we found records that say you need a phase shift device in order to reach the Prime Hands. But the terminal necessary to activate it is in a very dangerous location. The quantum disintegration trap is activated, and the structure that leads to the terminal is completely destroyed. Please, be careful. It worked! The phase shift device has been activated. Now we can get to the Prime Hands.
It's time to face the truth!
Descendant, Vulgus signals are detected all around you. You're surrounded.
Where is the Ironheart? Ironheart! Bring me the Ironheart!
That voice has been bugging me for a while. What's happening?
Ironheart! I have promised the Dominator that I would offer them the Ironheart! I have been waiting for this moment! Bring me the Ironheart!
Oh no. That was a Vulgus's voice.
Everyone, remain calm. This changes nothing. We only have to defeat this thing and connect the Ironheart.
I warned you. Seal the dimensional wall and the location of Ingris will be exposed. If that is what HQ wished. Then, I hope they learn their lesson from this. Descendant, look here. Stemming the flow of dimensional energy will only attract the attention of the The dimensional wall must not be touched. Watch out! It is my role to protect you. I was created to help humanity. My task now is... Descendants, I did not wish for this to happen. But if I had continued to oppose the use of the Iron Heart, any trust you had in me would have been lost. I had no other choice but to wait for the best moment to effectively reveal my purpose. Descendant, can you guess what my purpose may be, and what the final option is? To ensure humanity's survival? When we were first linked, we both said we needed the Iron Hearts. That for humankind, an Iron Heart was a means to close the dimensional wall. In which case, why would a guide need Iron Hearts? To deliver them to humankind? No, Descendants. The reason why I need the Iron Hearts is to ensure their destruction. If the dimensional wall is closed, a much bigger cataclysmic event will occur, as you have witnessed. However, so long as the dimensional wall exists, the energy emitted from any Iron Heart will always draw entities from other dimensions to Ingris. For humankind and Ingris to truly experience peace, all Iron Hearts must be destroyed. This is what the ancestors have passed down to me. The regret of your forebears with the future generation as your only hope. Descendants, now is the time to choose. Please, I hope all of humankind will accept the sacred mission left behind by the ancestors.
Hold on a sec. Are you going to destroy the Iron Heart? That's your true purpose?
If that's the case, the Iron Hearts could have just been destroyed in the first place. She probably didn't know until she saw what happened when we used one. And there's no way Alpha would have allowed it.
It seems there are no other options.
Descendants, I have received the details of your conversation with the guide. I wish to speak with the Descendants regarding the operation. No, regarding the future of humanity. I invite you all to return to HQ.
Just get to the point.
Destroying the Iron Heart. I'll be honest, it's shocking. I must admit, had I known about this from the start, I would not have used the guide as a strategic asset at all. However, the only reason I'm still calm, even after hearing all of this, is because the operation to close the dimensional wall failed. The enduring wish of humanity was all in vain. Damn it. However, Descendants, The destruction of the Ironheart is not a decision I can make on my own. Have you ever wondered why the Magisters continue to assist humankind? Officially, our alliance with the Magisters has its roots in our fight against a common enemy, the Vulgus. However, there is an inconvenient truth. Something which Albion headquarters has classified as top secret. The Magisters want the Ironhearts for their own purposes. The reason they came to us is because their ambition for the Ironhearts differed from Corell's. Humankind entered into an agreement with the Magisters to receive scientific technology and resources, in exchange for finding and delivering the Ironhearts to them. Closing the dimensional wall was also a common goal, born from the mutual understanding between humankind and the Magisters. But their true aim was entirely different. Which is why, if we destroy the Ironheart without consulting them, Descendants, humanity is in a terrible position where we're unable to survive on our own. Without the Magister's technology, we can no longer plan for our future. That is why I rejected the guide. And all of this is why we cannot immediately destroy the Ironheart. We are caught between a rock and a hard place. I need some time to collect my thoughts. I also need to discuss this with the... For the time being, please obey Nell's command and proceed with the operation. Until I return, we'll discuss our ultimate decision at a later time.
Do you think that strategic planning is easy? Descendants, I understand everyone will be feeling very confused right now, myself included. However, in times such as these, we need to focus on operations and prepare for the enemy's counteroffensive directed at the Ironheart. It just so happens that Valby has returned from recon with some promising intel. And since this mission is critical to the White Knight Gulch occupation, I need you to join Valby and Eugen as part of it. In the meantime, the executive officers will assist Albion and Alpha.
Water will guide us. Ah, there you are! Are you hurt at all? I was wondering if Dr. Han would have to take a look at you first, but thankfully, I see that won't be necessary. Such a shame about the Ironheart and the dimensional wall. To be honest, I was surprised to hear about our relationship with the Magisters. I thought it was an alliance forged against a common enemy, the Vulgus. I'm starting to appreciate what Alpha said about everything having a price. Anyway, it seems the Magisters have already found 1 or 2 Ironhearts to study. That won't be dangerous, will it? Maybe the real danger will be with this operation. While I was tracking the source of the mysterious gaze, I discovered the location of the base of the Order of Truth. Our mission objectives are to infiltrate the base, find out why the Vulgus forces have been decreasing, and strike the core facilities. There are signs of Eugen's missing medical corps members that are connected to the base. We'll be rescuing and extracting them as well. This mission will be a little dangerous, but let's make it a success and keep everyone alive. We can do this.
Our first target is a structure overload.
I need to work harder. Sorry for suddenly leaving. In any case, I think it would be best if we left Eugen. We should investigate the Order's base. We need to find out why the Vulgus forces have shrunk at such a worryingly fast rate.
Mina! Ash! Now that everyone's here, I'll tell you what I saw underneath this fortress. It's known as the Pool of Life. During strategy discussions with the Medical Corps, the prevailing opinion among the Corps was... But Captain Glay had a different theory. I genuinely hope her theory is incorrect. But the composition of the organic matter we found is and the cargo boxes filled with this organic matter I believe my Medical Corps members must have learned that was... Regardless, it could be incredibly dangerous down there. Investigating on my own should be sufficient.
There you go.
Water will guide us, but Before we go, does something feel strange to you? The Order of Truth, no matter how far this place is from the other Legion-occupied zones, do you think it's because of the solid defense line our forces built? Although we've deployed a lot of troops to guard the Ironheart, and we still haven't figured out why the number of Vulgus forces have dropped so rapidly. Oh, this is giving me a bad feeling in so many ways. I hope nothing has happened to the Medical Corps members.
Damn it. There's something even bigger underneath the hatchery. There is a very strong Vulgus signal coming from that direction. I refuse to let him die in a place like this. I promise I'll be on my best behavior. My people.
It's not about can or cannot. It's a must-do. We promised we'd all return together, remember?
Yeah, and I'm going to keep that promise. No matter what.
Affirmative. I'll follow the Vulgus signal coming from the opposite direction. By the way, what the hell is this place? It's covered in biotissue. It's everywhere.
The cell composition of the biotissue is a lot like the organic matter from the hatchery. But the cells also seem to be rapidly and excessively dividing. To put it in human terms, it's like a malignant tumor.
Would that have any impact on operations?
There is something suspicious. The hatchery on the upper level prevents these malignant tumors from growing. There is evidence of limits being placed on soldier production. However, if the production limit was removed and the organic matter was cultivated to capacity, then these types of malignant tumors could rapidly spread. In other words, there is a high possibility that the Vulgus produced an immense number of troops all at once in this facility.
We should gather as much info about this as we can.
Descendant Squad, do you copy? We can no longer detect an RK signal from the surface. Please report your status.
HQ, we've discovered a biofacility in the Order's main base which is producing Vulgus troops on a large scale. We're investigating it. We've also located the missing Medical Corps members.
Copy. Do you copy? RK signal. Status.
HQ, do you copy?
We're so deep underground the comms link is unstable. We should get this mission over with quickly, so we have time to give a report. Vince, I've confirmed your location. You'll see your family soon. So much you'll be sick of them. Don't give up. Ah, damn it! Out of the way, you bastards!
If the door in the passageway is closed, look for red liquid nearby. It's a device that should only read Vulgus biodata, but it looks like it's unable to identify between friend or foe because of the tumors. Just putting your foot in the door will open it.
Do you happen to know how to disable the traps?
I'm sorry. I'm not a member of the Order of Truth.
Looks like I'll just have to step in it, even if it is toxic waste.
Be careful. I think the entire facility is spiraling out of control. The path I took looked like that too. Eugen, how are things on your end? Did you find your core members?
I'm still approaching. Mina said they were all together. If I head to the communications coordinates, I should be able to find them all. There's been no replies for a while now. What are vital signs of being transmitted? No. Those dumbasses! How dare they put their captain through this? I'll let them know they can never leave without me again. I'll just have to do the heavy lifting from now on.
Am I witness to this? Are you going to keep that promise? connects to that side, but it won't budge. How did you open it?
There should be a security device in front of the door. Shooting it should do the trick. More importantly, why is nobody responding? Mina, Vince, everyone, please, respond.
Eugen, I'm trying to tell you, this is...
The cultivating device that generates the Vulgus bodies. It's the same shape as the hatchery above, but with the stabilizers removed. Judging by the size, this would produce soldiers at a speed far greater than that of regular equipment. Bobby, can you give me a hand? If we open this organic matter storage tank, we can gauge how much raw material has been used. Then we can get a rough estimate on how many units have been created. Check those auxiliary tanks that are down there.
Shit!
There are Vulgus waking up in all directions. Watch out!
Eugen, you need to look for your medical corps members. Go! Quickly!
If I don't do this now, everyone in Albion will lose someone precious to them. HQ gravely underestimates the scale of the enemy's forces. Based on my current estimates, the number of units produced here is 20 times larger than all of humankind. Captain! Help! Vince! Oh, let me close by. Damn it! This freaking tank is too sturdy. You guys, hang in there. I'll be there soon.
Serious?
Shields are down. Need to be recharged.
Captain! Captain! I don't want to die like this! Everybody's here!
Brother, Mina, the vital signs are coming from that monster. Don't tell me.
Captain! Kill us!
Everybody, don't shoot. Don't shoot! Those are my corps members. They're medical corps members. I can fix them. I can heal them with my arcade. Please, don't shoot. I'm begging you.
Eugen, it's too dangerous! And they're already...
Ruben. Ben. Okay. No. Please. Ah!
Shields are down. They need to be recharged.
Feast your eyes upon the road that will lead us home.
We shall terminate the Descendants and humanity and end my conquest. Remember your final destination. Capture the remaining prime hands. All iron hearts are within range. When the three paths converge into one, my conquest will be complete. Raise your weapons. Drown the enemy in fear. My power will lead you to victory! Kill the Descendants! Kill them all!
Kill them all! Take them out!
Kill them all! Kill the Descendants!
Let's kill them!
Load the Iron Heart onto the ship. Time to go.
I was lost in thought. I did wonder where all the manufactured Vulgus went. No matter how solid our defense line is at the White Knight Gulch, and because they've divided their forces, this is why the Vulgus pulled their forces back from the White Knight Gulch, to make us lower our guard. We should head back to HQ. Don't worry, I don't need any help. Did you know that Eugen can't use his Arche abilities on himself? He sacrifices so much for his teammates, and he can't even heal his own heart. But I know he'll be fine. Don't worry about him. Let's head back. I'll see you soon. That's a promise.
This is HQ. Again, all zones in Albion are on high alert. Any Descendants who are operation ready should meet at HQ.
We also need Descendants.
Descendants. Corell's fleet has begun its approach. The predicted attack targets are the White Knight Gulch. HQ's predictions of the numbers of remaining Vulgus forces have been completely inaccurate. Corell lured us into a false sense of victory. Also, after the phenomenon of the light beams near the Hagios, the closure of the dimensional wall and this diametrically opposite phenomenon. Descendants. For now, please prepare for an intercept battle. This truly is the worst case scenario.